Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where and when you're watching this broadcast. I'm Thomas Fetzer, my friends, and this is Disclosure Tonight. Happy Thursday, May 28th, as we continue our daily marathon to talk about the latest things happening in Disclosure. And tonight's what the fuck kind of a moment. Oops, I said it, but it's the truth, folks. On that note, before we get any further in this broadcast, let me go ahead and find the list and bring up our participants. There they are, and welcome all to the show. Before we get things started, who in the heck do we have in the chat? Let's take a look. We have Allegedly Controversial out there, along with Amiga Rules. April's out there, along with Aussie, Banana Booey, Beagles, Clearpath, Craig Smith, Eliza Teal, Elvis, Row 10, Firefly, Francis Tremblay, Galactic Family Podcast, and Geraldine Durazio, all in one breath. Let's get through it, folks. All right, we got Ghost is out there along with Grateful Benny. GSB, known as the Tee-hee-hee Whoopie, is out there. We've got Hobbit Mouse, Hudson Valley Ron. Good to see you, Ron. That's the Ron everyone was saying hi to. J-Cat Meow is out there along with Jeff, John Geldhill, Justin Case, or Caesars, Justin Caesars. How about that? Long's out there along with Maritime US Max Metal, Mr. Drew, Melee Watch, good to see you, my friend, along with Metal Gaming 420, our Bogart in chief himself. We've got Michael out there along with Mike of One of One. Good to see you, Mississippi. And we have Mr. Grimlock, Mr. Catfish 2100's out there. A lot of misters. How about that? Mr. Joey B along with Nican something. Missed who else? Let's move on. We got Psychosomatic Attic Insane along with Push King, Rainstorm Hunter. Renan is out there along with Rick Roberts, Rick Mortar, Robert Vargas, and along with Scooby Dooby Gooby and Shelly Montgomery. Shooby Doo's out there along with Stephen Hines. Shermanator Osborne just popped up in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Along with Steve Mateo, Stu Colson, and the Truth Master 1. But you know what? There's still more people in the chat. How about that? We've got Timbo, You Killed Kenny's out there, along with Vark Halem. More people are popping up. Good to see you. Viper Tech. Wasteland Wanderers, always great to see you. Wendy Joe, Who Farted, and of course, Yellow Tommy Tanker, also known as Andy, who's still working right now, but talking or listening in from the floor at the office. How about that? Yeah, crazy days. Yeah, we all got spoofed on this one. Me and probably most of our audience. Going to be an interesting conversation on that note. Let's take a look in the back and see. Daryl, you didn't get a ticket today.
No, I did not get a ticket today. And that's a good day.
Yeah. Any day without a ticket, of course.
Absolutely. It might have been due to aliens. I'm not saying it's aliens, but
you're not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. It's kind of like the title card we had today. What the fuck? ALIENS.GOV goes live. Yeah, you got the alien getting chased down at the border, but I think, yeah, they're talking about a different kind of an alien. You know, I did not expect that, Daryl.
Make aliens great again. I love it.
Yeah, we've been saying that forever here. That's why I saw that picture on X. I'm like, perfect title card. All right, so earlier today, the White House X feed was using mysterious high production social media tactics to get people talking and paying attention. It doesn't explicitly say what's coming, but given the time and recent UAPD classifications, the strongest read is it's teasing something major, perhaps disclosure related, Ross Coldheart said, that the public should be tuned in for. Why all this silly hype? What is he talking about? Well, there was this clip that they put out earlier today from the White House. Let's go ahead and get this one up. And there's a message in there somewhere. Let me go ahead and get this up so we can see it. All right, here we go. Let me get this tuned in. And they're saying, are you listening? They were saying on this one, are you listening? All right. It's a lot of noise. Disclosure is near. When people listen to it, they got it close. They heard disclosure is near. And of course, people on the internet are going to do things like they usually do. They're going to take that post. Oh, is that the one? Where did it go? Where did it go? There was one I had on here where they had this and they were playing it backwards. I'm spilling my thread. Here we go. So they took it and they made it a little bit easier to hear. They took it, this is coming from the Data Phenomenon, over on X. Let's play this where they're making it a little bit more clear where we can hear what's going on. So they're saying disclosure. Can you hear that, Daryl?
Thomas, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't hear that. All
right.
I kind of hear it.
One more time.
This is like the audio version of the videos that we get.
I know. Disclosure. Disclosure.
Okay, I get
you
it.
got it now. That's what they're going for. And that was, if I get to the White House feed, I guess we could get some of these from now. The next one they gave us was loading tonight. And what we're seeing is literally like crop circles.
I didn't see that one.
Loading.
I was working apparently.
Yeah, loading. And then there we go, coming from President Donald Trump. But then if I then go back in my bookmarks where I was at a minute ago, get back from this one, and I think I go back to here, go up a little bit higher. All right, and then they gave us this one. And this one kind of told us everything. They walk among us. Isn't that what they usually say about the aliens are here and they walk among us, right? And these aliens are different. They're picking up the illegal aliens and bringing them to the other side of the border.
I'm not getting it. Is Trump going after the aliens now because they are bringing in aliens from illegal aliens?
No, it looks like he's got to deal with them to take them out of the country.
Oh, see, I'm going the other. If it would say welcome to Mexico on one side, that would be great.
I kind of would think that's where it is. They've already made it across potentially. Or they're illegal, but either way, whichever it could be, it's got everybody going. But right at the top, it's got the link for ALIENS.GOV.
Who is in charge of these?
All right, so let me get this here so you can see it. Go away, Trump. No, we don't want to see your fat head there at this point. Let's bring it down a little bit more so we can see it a little bit better. All right, ALIENS.GOV, it's finally here. And they walk among us. For 60 years, the U.S. government has kept a closely guarded secret. Aliens have been walking among us, living in our neighborhoods, interacting with us in our daily lives. They've shopped in the same stores, attended the same classes as our children, and lived seemingly normal human existences, with one exception. They do not belong here. Millions arrived under the cover of darkness and embedded themselves directly into our society. Countless presidents, congressmen, and senior officials knew exactly what was happening. Instead of protecting American citizens, they chose to cover it up and even accelerate the invasion until one man finally had the courage to tell the truth. Bold, unapologetic, unafraid. President Trump was the first to call out the real danger. Oh, my God. The truth is no longer out there. It is right here, right now. Scroll to continue. Well, so far there has been 3,129, 612 encounters. And they even have a alien arrest map live. And they give you your local state because they're seeing where you're at based on your IP address.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
That's okay. Mine shows up in Turkey.
Scatter map showing the whole United States where they've been. But it's nice. They came up really close to where I lived here. So, yeah, they're watching us, watching them, Daryl. Does that make you feel comfortable?
I pretty much know that every camera in my house is probably controlled by the government. I'm living with it.
Yeah, and we both have Google here, which we know has got deals with the feds at this point, so we're all screwed on that front.
Yeah, but so Thomas, what is your take on all this? I'm just confused.
I mean, does this take the thing where we had Trump walking with the alien doing the perp walk? Does that push it towards this?
Immigration. It's the worst bait and switch I've ever seen, Daryl. This is terrible.
Right.
We went from disclosure to now it's immigration about closing the borders.
Well,
I didn't expect that.
We assumed. Which
Yeah, we
means
did.
it made an ass out of all of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Does anybody know, is this map for real? Like, these are where, like, illegal aliens
No, this
are
is
being-
for real. This is for real. No. Unfortunately.
Those are arrests of illegal aliens, is what we're seeing?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
This is about the borders.
And
This
that's
is
a
no
real
longer
time
about
counter of how
disclosure.
many people they've actually apprehended, potentially.
Right.
Oh my God, look at this. They even have, you can look it up for your local state, just like it is over on the DOD website. Neighborhood total arrests in Everett, Washington, right close by. Oh my gosh.
And then they put a column in for gang affiliation, like everybody's affiliated with a gang. I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know, leading the witness kind of.
Oh, Brooklyn has had 648 arrests. Not surprised.
Yes, they have. But even on the website, it says we're not talking about little green men. We're talking about illegal aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, they played us. If
Yeah,
you've witnessed
that's
an
good.
alien abduction, do not be alarmed. The alien is in good hands. We will take care of it and return it safely to its place of origin. Yes, and they weren't little green men. Oh my God.
This is bad.
All right. I just want to know, is the White House, somebody in the White House smart enough, I'm sure there is, that is doing all this in concert with, on the door of, the eve of, Day of Disclosure by Steven Spielberg? And if that's the case, then what's the point? Is it to confuse people? Aliens, or see aliens from outer space, or like aliens from Ecuador? I mean,
Yes.
Hey,
it's
hey,
about
look,
immigration.
you can even sign up your friends who may not be from here to receive emails and updates about alien encounters in our area.
oh, I'd like to, I'm going to sign up for that. I do want to know about that.
It didn't
actually.
kill disclosure. It's not so bad. You got to have a sense of humor, right, guys?
I don't know anything about this. I didn't expect them to do something like this.
I mean, I can change the title card if we don't like it, and I can say Missing General Ties to Space Force instead.
Oh, we're going to cover that anyway, but that's not the point.
I know, it was like a 2 for Tuesday. I couldn't do half and half. But,
Right.
you know.
I can see where Mike's going, though, because I can hear the tone in his voice.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm kind of wondering in the same direction. I don't get it, man. It's not lending credence to anything that Trump's been talking about when he said aliens, it's the biggest thing ever. Everybody thinks it's the biggest thing ever, and continues on about how it's the biggest thing ever. I really don't think he was talking about illegal aliens.
No, but I think
he
she's
wasn't.
laughing about it, though.
But what? But why put this out there? I don't get it.
Because now he is talking about illegal aliens. That's what this shows us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, that's one of the things they said they're going to be bringing out. So, different kind of aliens.
Aliens is aliens, I guess.
Yeah, one way or the other. Oh my
Are you
God.
from Ecuador or that star? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know where it's all going to go from, but either way, it's funny as hell to say, all right, motherfuckers, you got us. That's what we get for, oh yeah, it's got to be for that. We'll say, well, we'll see where it goes. But, it also shows that's why they didn't put out all the videos, right?
Right. That's right. That's why we're getting nothing more than disclosure dots.
Julie Boyce
moment.
says, I think it's in relation to the picture of Susan Goff being up. It might be funny on a superficial level, Tom, but it's deeply disturbing.
Oh, it is.
I think some people probably are offended possibly by this. I mean, in the UFO world, but let's think about it for just a second. Does this expand the conversation on extraterrestrials?
No, not one bit.
Because people are going to talk about this video and how upset they are by it, and then conflate it. You don't think so, huh?
No, I don't. I'm not happy about this. This was a bait and switch of the worst kind.
All right. We did get a super chats in from the audience. They're already helping us here. Eric Woodhouse, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hope you guys are enjoying some humor here as we're talking about this tonight. Thank you much, sir. Banana Booey, I don't think that replaces UAP disclosure because it's just them trolling. Both can still happen. It's not over till it's over. Let's go. Absolutely. And Rick Roberts says, Thomas, do a survey. Are we going to get government disclosure, or are they using this as an opportunity to punk us?
Yeah, that's a good good poll we could put up about this.
Yeah, there was not a press conference, but he was in the Oval Office the other day, and people were asking about aliens, and he said the illegal aliens. He made a distinction that what he was talking about were the aliens from out of this world, not the aliens from across the border. So he knows there's a distinction, and just playing devil's advocate a little bit here. I've never heard him talk about extraterrestrial alien stuff. And trying to conflate it with aliens purposely. I don't know.
Hold on, let me get this on. I got a survey coming. All right, so we got a survey starting our way. Coming up right now. Okay, audience, this is your chance to tell us what you think. Does the ALIENS.GOV being about illegals put UFO disclosure at risk? I personally say no, absolutely not. Two separate things. But in the back, Laura, you have your hand up. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. No, if anything, it just makes me even more. I'm just angry, and I just want to stick it to them like they keep sticking it to us. I also, if it launched today, then it's interesting timing because Lou Elizondo's new book just launched today as well.
What?
Yeah. Well, you can buy it, I think. You don't see it now? It was on my calendar for today's date, unless he held it back. The book Reckoning. Yeah.
Okay.
Today was the day it was supposed to come out. Reckoning. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is this about his time in government service, like he talked about?
Yeah, they're saying basically it's more in depth, and he's, instead of saying maybe, kind of, it's going to be more straightforward language. Like, this is real. This is what's going to happen. We have to prepare for the,
religious fallout is the one I keep on hearing is a religious fallout. People in Christianity are freaking out. I got to ask, what do they know about the ETs and potentially Christianity that could put that religion specifically in danger?
They worry about a lot of things. And I think it's just, they never get us right. They never predict human behavior right. So, I'm not worried.
If they could do that, those people will be extremely rich.
All right. We've had about 2 minutes on this poll, just about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, there we go. Let's go ahead and end this with our audience has spoken. We have a clear 10-point spread, which if this was an election, we would not be having a runoff at this point because there's a 10-point spread. But clearly, disclosure, what our audience is saying, is not a risk. 45% are saying yes, but it still has more people talking about disclosure. I'll give it that. I also want to thank Joseph. Thank you very much for that super chat that just came in. Appreciate that. Go ahead, Daryl.
Sorry about that. I was going to say, what would be interesting to see, and I'm probably directing this to Mike more than you because I think you and I are in the same team on this, but it'll be interesting to see how the press tonight plays on this. If they are bringing up immigration with extraterrestrials, that might be a good thing. It's like it gets more coverage that way. Maybe not. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see, like in Jesse Waters, which he's been very into the topic lately. This has got to be part of his show tonight, I would imagine.
Well, there was a video of Trump down by the border last time he was in office that he gave that I actually cut up and I never put it out there. That had him talking about the aliens coming and wanting to get them out of the country. And I cut all the words out of it to sound like he was talking about, ETs.
Yeah.
Apparently they got the memo.
Right. A leaked video. Of yours.
So, Mike, what do you think? What's your reason you think there's a risk on this? Why do you think this is damaging to disclosure?
I think it's damaging for disclosure because look at the buildup that since he first did the first drop, and has been talking about this and putting those memes out with the alien in handcuffs, and now it switches to immigration. I don't think that's appropriate.
Oh, wait a minute. When he talked about last night, and he talked about it from his the meeting they had with the whole staff, the cabinet meeting, he didn't call them aliens. He called them extraterrestrials, probably because he knew what was coming on this site. He's created a buffer, a wall between illegal aliens, and we're not going to call those aliens. We're going to call them extraterrestrials.
Yeah, there was an extraterrestrial flood of aliens.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, wait a second. What the hell was that? Go back. Go forward. Oh, I lost it. Son of a gun. There was another story. Here we go. We are being invaded. ALIENS.GOV. Oh, God, there was a really good one that came from... people were really taking this seriously. OSINT Defender earlier today said, just earlier, the White House posted a video showing a loading mowed into crops in the same style as crop circles that are surrounded by the discussions of alien involvement amidst the releases by the Trump administration of files pertaining to unidentified anomalous phenomena. It's possible that such releases are forthcoming.
Well, so when did this video come up? Does this video
Today.
come up as soon as you got on aliens?
This one came up this afternoon, yeah.
No, what I mean, what's the point of this one? It says uploading.
I have no idea. Like they said,
Or loading.
that was the one that they showed before they had the alien lifting up the illegal and putting it back on the other side of the border.
So that was part. So this was part of that same video.
No, they put out a series of videos.
Oh, but you know what? It makes sense if you like click on aliens.gov and this comes up, loading.
Yeah,
It'd be cool, but I guess that's not what's happening.
Hey, but he's got a bunch of people who normally wouldn't even be talking about this kind of stuff into it. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what the talk is, right? I know where Mike's head is. If it's goofy, then look at now everything's getting associated with goofy things.
You want to talk about goofy? You want to talk about fakes? You want to talk about something that everyone was jumping up and down, saying it's real and praising Ami Musan.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Falcon Labs, Jared, scientist.
And Mark Sokol, yeah.
Mark Sokol, yeah. They went down to Mexico, and they weren't going on a vacation. They were going down to investigate the Bogusphere. And let's bring this up. You guys are going to love this one. So, they get access to the Bogusphere, right?
Right.
They're checking the metal. They're doing different tests on it.
And there's an espresso machine.
You want to get a video?
And look, there's nuts and treats and everything right next to it.
It has a stronger field than that. It has no magnetic field.
No magnetic field. Oh, we don't need a poll on this. You guys are going to see what's next. Now comes the DeWalt.
Nothing could go wrong here.
Yeah, it's the new one, but I guarantee if the old one that looks the same, they're going to get into it. There's all the materials they brought out.
Here, get a picture of that.
So scientific, no gloves, no masks, no nothing.
DeWalt drill.
It goes pretty deep.
Somebody hold the Bogusphere.
We'll push through
Get inside.
Here we go. Gizmo, thank you very much for that super chat. Holy cow, some treats for the dogs. Yes, definitely. Okay, that's restarting.
Oh my God.
Those are some mighty balls.
You guys got steel balls.
He's got the original one and the new one. So are they really that precious if they're letting him holding it like he's got a bunch of big metal balls.
I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and then he went
It really
inside.
is.
He went inside of it then to go check out what's going in there on the inside and the structures and stuff. But
Was
there you
Barbara Eden in
go.
there?
Just regular bolts and screws are holding this thing together.
What?
Yeah.
And quinceañera candy. It's like a piñata.
No Barbara Eden? No I Dream of
No
Jeannie in
Barbara
there?
Eden. None of her cousin.
Damn.
Well, also known as Gilligan, I think. The government didn't make it. Another part of what's in this center. So, human stuff, human things. Laura, your hand is up, my dear lady.
Sorry to bother you, but I wanted to update. I was trying to order the book. German website kept coming up. It was scheduled for an early pre-order release date, and it's been pushed to August of 2026 now. So don't know why. Maybe it had to do with Lou's injury, his book tour. Don't know. Big mystery. But I did have it on the calendar. So just thought I'd share. August.
Yeah, August. It's better than nothing. Yeah, at least we've got one Bogusphere out of the way. Now, didn't Greer already said he looked at the latest one and he said there's fiber optics on it and everything? I could have sworn he had put out videos proclaiming how that we've got another one and it's just as good as the last.
What do
He
I feel
did.
a rat going on?
If you're wondering what the light is on there, they actually went inside with like a little what do you call those things you use on a car to look at the inside of it?
Otoscope.
Rotoscope, and they put it inside. It's lighted. You can turn the head around. It's with LED lights. Well, that's two things we got debunked on today. The Bogusphere. Oh, this is the latest one, but wait until they look inside the other one. It's going to be the same shit.
Now, was Jaime there during this?
No, we did not see Jaime.
Oh,
Jaime
okay.
was not in the building. You gotta like Jaime.
Jaime.
Or is that so with a or is it with that H? If it was Joe, it should be Jaime, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
But he's not
you got to
Jewish.
jumpstart his name. Jaime.
Exactly. Like Jesus. Okay, so yeah. More boroscope pics. Interesting stuff. Anything else from Falcon Space? We have another. Okay, I think we've got another. We could watch them viewing it in for another view and everything, but I think we've got the idea. It's a Bogusphere. And here's what they were using to look on the inside. We actually have a picture of them working on the boroscope, trying to see what's happening what's on the inside. So scientific. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, Google is telling me it's to be a perfect time now to insert ads. My answer is that. You know, I waited for an hour and a half after last night's show to go ahead and try and turn off the freaking ads, and they didn't turn it off on me. They wouldn't give me the access to the interface. Oh, nice. So,
They must need the money.
yeah. So that's what's on the inside, apparently. What a mess. What a mess.
Wait, there's another sphere inside the sphere?
But, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, at least they can go another year on that,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what that is.
Yeah, it does look like on someone's kitchen table. Apparently, the person likes orange pot holders.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Chet, you're back on again. Unbelievable. What a day. As we get towards the end of the month. Oh, it's been one heck of a crazy month, I tell you. There's been a lot of interest going on in Disclosure. We're going to keep on covering it. So on that note, let's change direction a little bit. I've got some videos we're going to find and bring together. I've got one compilation actually coming. Yeah, there's news about McCaslin. Apparently, the missing general. You remember covering that one, don't you, Daryl?
Oh yeah.
The missing general at this point, apparently, he was talking to someone from the Space Force, went out for dinner or something the night before. So that's an interesting one. Why is that on top, Chad? It's supposed to be on. There we go. Now that's fixed. Okay, let's go ahead and get that together. Let's go ahead and get this video up. We'll play it, we'll talk about it, and go on from there, folks. With the latest UFO news that I can find, that I saw something on X that we're going to get to as soon as I get past this one, and tell me that's going to crash. God. All right, coming to us from News Nation. God, it's Jesse Weber Live. He's starting to take the forefront on News Nation with regards to wacky stories. Let's get to this one. All right, here we go. And a little bit smaller. There we go.
This is the guy that looks like the cartoon character, right?
This is one who's got the Jimmy Neutron hairdo.
Yeah, most likely.
But he's not on it now, although it's his live. There's a blonde we're looking at, so interesting.
Jimmy Neutron.
He needs to not use the teeth.
New police body cam footage may be shedding light on just what happened to missing Air Force General William McCaslin when he just vanished from his New Mexico home. This was in late February. No sign of him since. The 68-year-old once served as the commander of research for the Air Force Research Laboratory, which has long been rumored to have ties to top-secret UFO research projects, even the alleged Roswell crash. And this new body cam footage, recorded just a few hours after McCaslin vanished, an unidentified female caller speaks to the officer investigating his disappearance, claiming that she not only worked with the general, but she had dinner with him the night before he disappeared. She says they weren't alone. Apparently, members of Space Force, which tracks unidentified objects like UFOs, were also there. She also said McCaslin seemed to be acting out of character. Take a listen.
I was shocked this morning when I saw the alert, because what I noticed Thursday evening is he wasn't his usual self. He was kind of spacey and quiet.
He wasn't his usual self. The caller also filled the officer in on just who McCaslin was and why it was so important to find him.
Right. Does he carry like a security clearance or anything like that?
He has a very classified security clearance. He was the head of Air Force Research Lab. To the point, the man's names are in the UFO documents that are going to be released. Okay. He's in that in-depth, so he has a very high security clearance.
So what's odd about this is that before this body cam ever rolled, McCaslin's wife posted a plea for help, where she said her missing husband only had, quote, very commonly held clearances since retiring from the Air Force 13 years ago. Though if the caller's claims are to be believed, the missing general may have been more involved in that top secret work than his wife realized. But does it explain McCaslin's disappearance? Joining me now for a closer look is the deputy science editor at the Daily Mail, Chris Malore, who has been covering this story since.
Daryl, your hand is up, my friend.
So this,
what did I miss? We're getting additional national security that we have to catch up on.
Yes, that call-in, I think Mike's still here. That happened like early on, right? Yeah, this call came in early on from this person, right?
Day after he went missing.
Okay, she says his name is all over the UFO papers that are about to be released. How did she know that they're about to be released?
Good point.
And she's in the Space Force, right?
I don't think she was in Space Force. It sounded like she was with them, and there were people from Space Force that were with her at that time.
No, she was with a volunteer organization.
Do we know what kind of volunteer organization it was?
I don't remember. They state that at the beginning of that interview.
Okay, I'll do it.
Well, that seems.
Want me to rewind so we can hear it again to double check?
Interesting.
Roll it again.
Let's get into it right here. Here we go.
UFO. She also said McCaslin seemed to be acting out of character. Take a listen.
I was shocked this morning when I saw the alert, because what I noticed Thursday evening is he wasn't his usual self. He was kind of spacey and quiet.
he wasn't his usual self. The caller also filled the officer in on just who McCaslin was and why it was so important to find him.
Right. Does he carry like a security clearance or anything like that?
He has a very classified security clearance. He was the head of Air Force Research Lab. To the point, the man's names are in the UFO documents that are going to be released. Okay. He's in depth, so he has a very high security clearance.
Yeah, she did say that.
His name is all over the UFO documents. They're fixing to be released. How the fuck? How did?
That's in February.
He went missing in February. Yeah, there was no.
There was no mention of Trump disclosure at that time. This is before Obama dropped the bomb.
Interesting.
Yeah, we were covering McCaslin before we jumped into Obama and the whole Trump disclosure thing.
Let me look at that.
And even with the drops that they gave us so far, too, McCaslin's name wasn't on any of those files.
Not yet. We'll see if they put it out there or if it's redacted. We don't know. But she says his name's going to be all over the files they're bringing out. But either way, it's like a day.
She said fixing to bring out. And in the South, fixing means about to.
Right. Yeah, Steve Hines, there's no name of him in there. Either way, it's interesting conversation. Let's continue and we'll comment. Good catch, Daryl.
Thank you.
So what's odd about this is that before this body cam ever rolled, McCaslin's wife posted a plea for help, where she said her missing husband only had, quote, very commonly held clearances since retiring from the Air Force 13 years ago. Though if the caller's claims are to be believed, the missing general may have been more involved in that top secret work than his wife realized. But does it explain McCaslin's disappearance? Joining me now for a closer look is the deputy science editor at the Daily Mail, Chris.
It's not McCaslin, it's McCaslin. Just saying. She screws it up every time.
Malore, who has been covering this story since the beginning. Chris, welcome to the show. A lot to get into. So if the caller's claims are to be believed, McCaslin met with Space Force before he vanished. Do we have any idea why they met? Has Space Force commented on this alleged meeting?
Thank you for having me. Space Force has not commented on this at this point. However, what we do know
is the caller's name Pat or is it Chris?
The androgynous man or the androgynous.
I can't tell if it's Pat or Chris. Could be Glenn.
From the caller, who is still unnamed, so we don't know the validity of the claims. However, this person did say that they were a member or worked with General McCaslin at the Kirtland Partnership. That is a nonprofit which deals with the Air Force base that McCaslin formerly commanded, and also works in the community to basically grow the base's assets, their influence. And so meeting with Space Force is heavily involved at Kirtland Air Force Base. It is a major national security complex. So for McCaslin to still be involved to that extent definitely raises questions about the level of clearance he still had.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I want to say, too, is his wife had said he was involved with a lot of nonprofits and organizations that were out there, but he had severed ties with them because he was losing his clarity. He was in the fog a lot more than he would want to be, and he didn't want people, both physically and mentally, he was running into it. So if they're talking about him being in that meeting and he's more quiet than usual, Daryl, that lines up exactly with what his wife had said.
Right. So just the timeline, February 19th, Trump says he's ordering the DOW to release all the UFO files. McCaslin went missing on the 28th. So
that was before that then. Thank you for correcting it.
Yeah.
It's all a blur. Yes,
it is. It just all runs together.
All right, got another super chat that just came in. Holy cow, this one from Akuma Akai.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, thank you for your donation. Thank you very much. Another super chat. Holy cow, end of the month. It's been a great month. It's on the record books. Nick, your hand is up, my friend.
Yes, like you see the link that's in the back chat, Thomas.
Yes, and we can play that after we're done with this one. Sound good? Thank you for participation. Bring your videos forward, Nick. You're a great asset to the show. Thanks for being here. Here we go. Ready, Daryl? Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was going to say, so that still might mean something, though, right? If McCaslin is feeling he's out at dinner, he's off in a different world, and
enjoying national security.
Yeah, and then Trump had released, so maybe he knows he's about to be taken to go back to his old job.
Maybe. Now, Laura had talked about this coming from the remote viewers who had looked at this, and they had thought that he walked a small distance in his yard, but then he was picked up by like a four-wheel equivalent of a dune buggy of an ATV, where you can have passengers up front, kind of drive around. It doesn't look like the old dune buggy, that, from the cartoon days and everything. But then they took him away, and then they actually brought him back, and they activated again. And he was dealing with something where he was potentially, what was it, Laura? Maybe training new people, passing on the knowledge.
Yeah, consulting, but very relaxed, not worried about anything. Like, his whole temperament is very cool.
Nice.
And we did a secondary one to update to see if he passed. Nope, he's still alive. That's what we're getting.
Interesting.
Same thing.
Interesting.
Yep.
Thank you.
What about the discrepancy there? McCaslin's wife said he had commonly held security clearances. That caller claims he had a high-level clearance. What do you make of that?
Well, in the realm of high security military apparatus, you have what's called compartmentalization. We've talked to a number of congressmen and also former intelligence officers within the FBI, and they all agree that many times you have high-ranking officials cannot tell their loved ones, their partners, anyone in their family what it is they're doing. Okay. So it is not unheard of for loved ones to simply not know what their loved ones are doing. In this case, being General McCaslin, his wife may literally not have had any idea what he was still connected to.
That makes sense. How does his disappearance fit in with the other missing or dead officials allegedly connected to top secret work, Chris?
Well, this is the fascinating part. McCaslin's disappearance is the latest that we know of in a string of deaths and disappearances. Right. But most importantly, the disappearances, he seems to be the linchpin, because when you look back at the general's history, especially his military history, all of the other disappearances, most of them being in nuclear research. We've had government contractors, administrative assistants, and other staff on hand at many of these facilities throughout New Mexico. The general worked or had influence over those positions. And all of these people disappeared in almost the identical fashion as the general. They walked out of their homes, they had no electronics, no way of tracing them, and simply vanished off the face of the earth within the last year.
It's so bizarre. I do want to play some body cam footage of the police interviewing McCaslin's wife the day he disappeared. And then I'll talk to you right after, Chris.
Sure.
Today.
Just really quick, I'm thinking that's a Patricia and not a Patrick. I could be wrong, though. Daryl, what's your vote?
What I'm thinking is that guy or girl, Patricia, Pat, Chris, whatever it is, would be awesome being interviewed by, was it Tyler?
From Total Disclosure Podcast? And then we'd have to have Manuel from the back who's blind listen. And then he's going to have to vote on...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being silly. Somebody in the chat a while ago said, are we going to talk about anything serious?
We are. This is serious. My God. But okay, we are serious about not being serious, meaning we talk about serious things, but we have fun with it versus getting, oh my God, overwhelmed, brought down, and the craziness, everything that it can be. We laugh about it. We joke about it. We make it memorable. At least that's what we try to do here at Disclosure tonight. Right?
Yeah, every
we do.
Every night there's a disclosure, and tonight is a good night. That's all I have to say.
Like, is it Pat or Patrick or Patricia? We will find out after this message from our sponsor. Hold on. I got the message from the sponsor here somewhere.
Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals.
Oh, well, let's continue. Here we go.
Talk to you right after, Chris.
Sure.
Today, he had taken a drug that the doctor prescribed last night that was supposed to help with sleep. With weight gain, he's lost about 20 pounds for no reason. And with anxiety.
That's a really bad sign. So he's getting slower than usual. He's losing his mental acuity. He's losing his strength and stuff. And he lost about 20 pounds in a month or so. Cancer, anyone? That sounds like he's suffering like a really bad.
Somebody correct me on this, but didn't they say that he went on a 50-mile bike ride or something the week before this?
A hike or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, 20 pounds at his age, your weight should be stable. You shouldn't just be. Yeah, I'd love to drop 20 pounds, but I wouldn't love to have cancer. I'd rather take the 20 pounds. Yeah.
My dad had pneumonia, and he lost like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Thank God he's still alive.
There we go. I lost 20 pounds with COVID last time around. Laura, your hands up.
He was also scheduled to go on, I believe it was some type of a skiing trip. But because his body's been having issues with cold regulation, he didn't know if he could do it. But he was planning to do that. So weird, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Let's continue on this. Here we go.
So his wife mentioned a medical condition. With that said, the anonymous caller said he was acting differently the night she met him. Do we know anything more about that possible condition he may have been suffering from?
Well, what we know from previously released 911 calls that his wife, Susan Wilkerson, made before officers arrived, he had, according to his wife, complained of his brain, quote unquote, deteriorating. He was worried of some sort of change in his cognitive well-being. He was reportedly under doctor's care and receiving tests, but no official diagnosis. So it's hard to say if he was legitimately suffering from any type of cognitive decline or not at the current time.
So it really just seems like just as many questions than answers tonight as we try to get to the bottom of where this general disappeared. Chris Malloy, thank you so much. Please come back soon, and hopefully we get more answers. Thank you again.
Holy cow, its name was Chris. That was the name of Pat's best friend, was Chris, wasn't it?
Yeah. You know, when we were starting GameStop, we were getting a bunch of titles in from all the game manufacturers, all the independents and everything, right? We were just inundated with new games every day that the people were willing to stock. So we created a fictitious person named Pat somebody, or I don't remember what the last, but it was funny because I get calls from people, oh, can you look at my software? Well, you need to talk to Pat. Well, what time is he? I mean, she, I mean, when
can we expect to find Pat at GameStop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was and Pat, the androgynous person on Saturday Night Live. That was a good skit.
You have to be old enough to remember Pat. Yeah. I've got allergies. All right. So we got a footage here. This is coming from crime. This is coming from one of the true crime shows on YouTube. Hopefully they won't go after us too much. I've zoomed it in. Red Panda Koala put a picture of McCaslin off to the side so we can get the logo to it. Thanks to all of them for getting this one out here. Let's go ahead and bring up this first chunk of footage coming from the body cam footage that was taken right after during the McCaslin investigation. Here we go, folks. We all love this kind of stuff. I know we do.
He's very, very active physically and has always had a very sharp mind, retired Major General from the PhD from MIT.
Oh, wow.
And he's been feeling brain fog. Please have a seat. What is his name? His name is William Neal McCaslin. He goes by Neal, N-E-R. M-C-C-A-S-L-A-N-D.
If we could only speak
so
down.
Anyway, today he was quite down and kind of clingy, which is unusual. And I had a doctor's appointment.
Sorry about the
remember
barking dogs. They're not mine.
looking at my car clock. I backed out at 11:10. I was back by around noon, and he was gone. And I found his phone turned off and left on his stand. I found his smartwatch plugged in the bathroom. And all the cars are here, bicycles are here, so he has to be. I found the shirt he was wearing when I left in the closet, so I don't know what he was wearing.
So that's the first clip we've got coming from a body cam. This is another one where they're actually going ahead and doing a bit of investigation, going through the house, details of the house, like anytime you're going to see on any of the crime shows, when they're going through personal details, it may be a little blurred, but that's just because they're respecting the privacy of the McCaslins. So let's go ahead and play this next clip. Here we go.
You think this might have GPS, like tracking, two-way radio?
Or it's his avalanche beacon. I'm not sure. Let's see.
So it looks like here they're going through all the different stuff that he took out and he left behind before he went.
What is InReach?
InReach is a satellite communications cell phone in essence. And it gives position every time it sends a message. And you can go back once you receive a message and even like click on a connection and it will show you the track that has been followed. Okay. So it does talk to GPS.
Yeah.
And it also allows text via satellite.
Okay. Yeah, this is the internet that I'm reading says that this doesn't have any GPS or anything tracking. So, is it possible he may have that with him?
Since he deliberately left his phone and
everything behind, there's not a lot to go ahead and find. And the next one, it looks like they're going ahead and talking to one of the neighbors. Granted, the head's chopped off because it's coming from a body cam. It still gives us an idea what the neighbors and stuff have been seeing along the way. Let's play it. Here we go, folks.
And who used to work with Neil McCaslin.
Oh, gosh.
Boss, he's a retired general, Air Force. Neil, I haven't seen him in forever.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I see him like once every... I haven't seen him. I thought I saw Susan, his wife, walking up the driveway a day or two ago, but I hadn't seen McCaslin.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
He drives around in he got a little sports car, and he's got like a Range Rover, like African safari vehicle.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Have you seen he was parked outside? Neil used to be my boss. My boss's boss's boss, which is hilarious. I briefed him back in 2000 when he visited Boston. So I think they had the house here, and I lived in Boston, and he came up to the air base.
Okay.
And I briefed for him projects I had. And he was this scary colonel. He's a PhD. I'm a PhD, but like he's a PhD in some other science, engineering. And then he ran the scientific lab, and he's like smart as hell. And he's really straight laced and like so he's not a. If you walk, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Interesting to say the least. So the McCaslin mystery is there. It still asks questions about what we're dealing with, what happened to him. He apparently, been going through some rough medical times, but not as bad as the problems that, maybe Blue Origin. Actually, this is just breaking, just happened recently. Blue Origin's New Glenn. Wound by brought up.
Thing about what she said, just real quick.
Go ahead, go for it.
She said, well, he deliberately left his phone behind. I mean, how does she? I mean, she wasn't there when he left. He disappeared when she was gone. How do you know he deliberately left it there? I mean, I don't know. Just so much sus with her.
Potentially, if he deliberately left it there, if when he always goes out, he always takes his phone with him. So she comes home and sees that the phone has been left on the counter, right?
Right, but how does she know that he wasn't abducted?
He doesn't.
That he didn't deliberately leave it there. He left because he was abducted.
Potentially,
or maybe
yes.
He did deliberately.
Or someone told him, leave that stuff behind where you're coming with us.
And she seems so calm. And, even this guy, he's like, oh my God. And she just is so calm about the whole thing. She's just been sus from the very beginning on this thing.
Yeah. It seems to be that way, and right. That is correct. She is overly calm in a situation where her husband of like close to 20 years has gone missing and vanished, and she's just like talking about it like everything's okay.
And she puts that spin on it that it was deliberate. Now, if it were me, it was my wife missing. I wouldn't think that she would deliberately walk out on me.
Right.
I don't think that she would do that. Why wouldn't? I don't know. So she's always had kind of a weird kind of thing in the whole. If anybody remembers, if there's new people in here, I don't know how many people are in the out there right now. 587. So, there was a press release after he was missing for some time, and she basically was joking around about how aliens may have taken him. I mean, that's not what somebody who's missing their, they're not going to joke about their husband's disappearance.
No, they're not, are they?
No.
Plus, if you remember, Daryl, when she went to that doctor's appointment and left him, he was there at the house with the repairman. So he wasn't alone.
Yeah.
And she came right back afterwards.
Yeah,
so
there is something with the repair guy, I tell you. It's got to be.
Dude, do you see? That's not like they live in like a very populous area. When she went to a doctor's appointment and was back within 55 minutes, all that story just, man, I know it's possible, but at 99% of the time, you're not going to have an appointment at 11:30 and be back in your house 25 minutes later when you live out there.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Anyone who's been to a doctor's office knows that.
So, yeah. Well, it depends on your doctor. I have a doctor who's a small practice. He doesn't have a nurse. It's himself. He's got some office people who are there. You go in, you see him and everything. You're in, out of the doctor's office before any other doctor's office. You can even get to see the person to even check in. So I guess it really is determined by the practitioner you have and how overwhelmed they are.
By the way, the CIA make great repairmen.
Yeah. I hear a lot of them are actually, heating and air conditioner guys.
Yeah. A lot of heating.
Recapping for those people who joined us late. Yes, ALIENS.GOV. It was a ploy, folks. They played us. Yes, it's not about ET aliens like ET the extraterrestrial. No, it's about illegal aliens, and they're actually got videos out there showing now picking up aliens on the American side and delivering them back to Mexico. Interesting. Maybe it's the opposite, but who knows these days with what's going on. But there has been great reaction to it. Oh, we've got people out there saying racist to the core, pathetic as fuck, shame, shame, shame. Stephen Greenstreet says, you can't do this to me. Oh, and there's people blaming, blaming on the whole UFO thing on Epstein, of course. And oh my gosh, yes, they've got aliens at the White House.
Well, I could see that.
Trump talking with an alien. Hold on. Eating McDonald's. What else we've got going? Aliens.gov. Oh, there we go. There's a good one. There you go. Aliens. You get to see, you can see the whole thing. Aliens. Oh my God, look how small his hands are. Oh my gosh. All right. There we go. Now we got Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is now playing the role of Elliot. You aren't releasing shit, bro. That's right. Make aliens great again. Disclosure is near. Or MAGA, meaning make aliens great again. And here's the picture that I saw that took the cake for today's title card. I saw that one. Perfect AI picture. Great use. Yes, INS or Border Patrol chasing down the alien with the make aliens great again. But the only problem is there's too many fingers. One too many. All right. Anything else that's fun in here? No. It gets too serious. All right. So that's where we're at with regards to. Oh, but wait. There's more. Where is this story? I need to get to the story. Coming to us from the Daily Mail through Christopher Sharp, who is the reporter at the Daily Mail. And even though I'm brave, we're going to get bombasted with ads. Okay, let's get to this so I can see what's going on. No, I don't want to zoom that one up. I want to zoom this one up and get rid of the fucking ads. There we go. If you act like you're a mobile device, eventually they go ahead and get rid of the ads from the side. Okay, secret White House plan for disclosure of alien life has been leaked. Trump insiders have told me they fear mass panic as UFO videos are released. Coming from Chris Sharp, who's usually writing for his own rag, the Liberation Times. We can't get into it. Oh, it's freaking padlocked. So even Christopher Sharp's writing about it, Mike, or Daryl, that they fear mass panic as UFO videos are released. And I keep on hearing more things. We talked about it before the show, that Christianity at this point is losing their lunch over the truth coming out about aliens.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know that the Vatican knew all about the crash recovery in 1933 in Magenta, Italy, and transferred it at the end of World War II to the United States. So they're not panicking over the idea or prospect of this. And all of the videos that have come out with the 2 drops so far, there's nobody that's panicking in the street about any of this. It's bullshit.
Of course not. But you know what? Just not the Bogusphere is fake. You know what else is fucking fake?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I think I just got a rash in the wrong place.
Oh, God, yes.
Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals.
Yeah. Don't get too close to that man, sir. Be careful.
Yeah. Watch out, Jim.
Oh, gosh, yeah. But there are some reviews coming in on Disclosure Day, from some people who have seen it early. And the reviews are sounding... Fuck, did that go? I just scrolled it down a little bit. There we go. All right, let me just do it this way. I'm going to take this picture, put it on my desktop. I'm going to load it then. Let's hide... Thank you, Chris. I did not know its name was Chris, and I guessed, but we were right. First one, coming out on Disclosure Day. In a shock to absolutely no one, Steven Spielberg has delivered yet another towering home run. With Disclosure Day, I could go on about it, what I love, but I was lucky enough to see the movie almost knowing nothing, and I strongly recommend it. You do the same. Stop watching the trailers. The one thing I will say, Emily Blunt is incredible. I know big summer movies usually aren't the kinds of performances that get awards this season attention, but once people see what she does in this, coming from Stephen Weintraub, I'm sorry. Coming from IndieWire. Disclosure Day is a top tier Spielberg, as exhilarating as Raiders, but with the emotional texture and increased ambition of his post 9/11 work. Right from the opening of Spielberg lays down the gauntlet and reminds you that he does this stuff better than anyone in the history of film. Another viewer goes on, from the freelance critic, Disclosure Day is absolutely phenomenal, truly something special. I was hanging on to every word, captivated by the story as it's all played out. The score perfectly elevates every single scene, part mystery, part Twilight Zone, something new entirely. I shed a tear at the end. Wow. People seem to like this, Daryl. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's great that the critics who have seen it.
Yeah.
I just hope, I'm sure it'll get the play.
I hope so. You know, he actually shot this on film because he likes the look of it. I'm glad he can still find places that can actually develop it.
Film is the highest resolution. Your eye can not detect it. It's 12,000, isn't it? 12,000, whatever.
Depends on the size of the negative.
12K essentially is film.
Yeah. Samurai. Careful. I let him in. Watch it, folks. All right, there are a couple more reviews in here coming from Lash Film. Disclosure Day is the weirdest one Spielberg's ever made. Breathtaking compositions. David Kopp's X-Files meets the Bible script is one big high-wire act. Emily Blunt's most accomplished performance. John Williams' best score in years. Riveting, moving stuff. Now remember John Williams.
Tom, I wanted to just throw in a note on that really quick. And what was really spectacular is they did the final trailer thing, and Spielberg was like, "No, this is a big deal, blah, 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 blah." But like, he notified in his final trailer that he's literally releasing an archive. So this was all like put together, and in his final trailer, he notified everybody that he's like, "This is an archive that we have to release."
This is the trailer, but the trailer doesn't actually have him going and really talking about it. So we've got different scenes there. There we go. We've got the UFO coming out of the clouds. This is like a mirror upgrade of what we got in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We got a lot of different scenes about there's the crop circles, like from the Trump video we just saw, people running around all of a sudden now. What I like about this part is what I like about this.
Kodak. Watch, it was a Kodak.
What I like about this part is, don't cut me off, please. What I like about this part is as she goes to talk through this, literally, she starts talking alien, and people don't realize, Laura, you would get this one completely. She is channeling the voice of a non-human intelligence. Is that how you would take this?
Yes.
Yes.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
I heard that it was math. That what's being spoken is math, and then being deciphered via math. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's an action movie, a lot of stuff going on with it, and can't wait to see. It looks like also here, Mike, is they've got the video feed, and they've taken over the satellites, and they're actually showing the video that's there from the crash that actually happened in Roswell in 47, and they're broadcasting it out to everybody to see live. That would be a good way to go bring out the truth, wouldn't it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I actually want to see that in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And
So
how
that's what Whale Laser's saying. It's like a history and archive of UFO stuff, it sounds like.
Now, this is the part where you see the deer, and the deer comes in, right? And it's the deer that did I have the part before this where it's the deer and the other animals walking with the kid up. It's not a deer. You think it's a deer. The girl sees it as a deer. But in reality, what is actually standing in front of her is a gray, but I'm going to say she's thinking she's actually seeing a deer to make it feel like it's, not so bad.
You got to watch the Kodak.
The door, guys. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Tom, you have to watch the Kodak variant of the release. It's way cooler than all the other stuff. Kodak Films on their channel, they did something.
Thomas isn't here right now.
Well, what was in the Kodak release?
It's more mouthpieces from Spielberg, but it's really cool, and you definitely want to watch that. It's a Kodak channel on YouTube, and Spielberg did his mouthpiece on it, and it's like,
cool.
You got to watch that.
We'll have to check it out. Sarah, I had soup from the Two Ducks Super and Quackers. She was at the door looking for food, so She expected to be fed. I had to go ahead and take care of it. All right, so let's get past. All right, here's the scene. I've got it. So this is where you've got the girl and a fox, a raccoon, and a deer, and she's walking up to the house. It's all lit up. You know, don't you grays usually appear in threes in addition to having 3 fingers? I think so.
Yes, Thomas. Yep.
So that's where potentially she thinks she's walking up with 3 things here. But it's not what you think it is because they're controlling your mind. They put you in this feeling of bliss, euphoria. You don't care about anything that's around you, and you will see whatever you want. If you get to the spot, and here they are on the table with those bright lights. And the white light, it is so bright, but it's so soft. And it's that light when it hits you and you see it, it literally just, every time I think about
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's different than beautiful. It puts my whole body in fucking like I'm plugged into a 110 or 220 voltage every time I think about it. It's not beautiful. It just puts, you think it's beautiful, it's not. It's a trance it puts you into, and that's how it makes you feel. And then we've got the girl there, and now what she's seeing is there's someone else on the ship with her, and it's those, there we go. Her and him were on the ship together holding hands. I'll put that one together. Sorry, folks. And then, yeah, they're doing their nasty shit that makes you scream and go crazy and everything. Oh, yeah, I've been through it. Oh, and this is back to 47 again. Oh, something they thought crashed didn't crash as it lifts up out of the ground. And, got other stuff in more Spielberg. And this is the part where you see it. Going from the deer, looking down on you. See the white behind it? They're on the table looking down, and you think you're seeing a deer. When it scrolls across, you're not looking at the deer, my dear.
So Tom, look at the newest one. The newest one is the Kodak one. It's not Universal. It's from Kodak.
That's okay. I'm just bringing the one I've got here to go with, and here we go. So you're looking
the
at...
newest one is fucking cool.
Okay.
Check it out.
Kodak?
It's fucking cool.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's from Kodak.
Can you send me a link in the back?
You could find it easily.
That's what they always say. Just search yourself.
Disclosure Day. Disclosure Day Kodak. You can find it really quickly. Okay. It's on YouTube.
Disclosure Day shot on film. That's not a trailer. This is just a video from Kodak showing them shooting the film.
It's not an actual trailer, but it's
There is another picture that's close up that shows kind of the Roswell craft, if you want to call it, that's been a little bit fucked up from crashing. But they're still talking all throughout the scenes. I can't play the clip because this is like owned by Kodak and this is a copyright and I can't show it except, like skipping through it is about the best I can possibly do.
Well, one thing that's really significant about the Kodak release was he said something like, this is an archive that we're releasing. And it's for the whole world to see. So right. It's actually like he clarified in the Kodak sector, he clarified that this is an archive that's being released to the whole world.
I'll have to go back and listen to it and we'll see where that's from. But again, that's a movie director saying this. And hopefully he does have the information and he does bring it out because it's a pretty nasty situation either way. Thanks for bringing it up, Laser. I appreciate that. So get tickets now. I don't think we need to worry about getting tickets now. I don't think I'll get back to the theater. Yes, Nick, you've got you're a good Nick. You've got a video you want us to watch. So let me go ahead. I think I just pasted that. And it's a clip from UAP James from News Nation. Oh, thank you. This is perfect. Let me go ahead and get this. Was that from tonight? Let me get this. It has our favorite word in it, Daryl.
Yes, from tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, let me get ready. Oh.
There we go. UFOs are a national security concern. There's everybody. National security. Now I said it again 3 times. Okay. Let's see. Who is this guy? All right. Jesse Waters. All right. Let's see what he has to say. Only a 51-second clip, but we'll take it.
Fedderson's a former White House National Security Council Director of Aviation Security, and this is Fedderson's first interview since the age of disclosure. Brett, you mentioned that this keeps you up at night. Tell us why.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Jesse. The reason it does is twofold. One is the fact that this type of technology is not man-made. It's nothing that we can build or have built or are using out there. And the fact that we're seeing it so prevalently on a regular basis globally makes it a national security threat. Additionally, the fact that it is out in our airspace and all around, and as travel is moving on, that it is a flight safety issue as well, and it's something that needs to be continued to be pressed, needs to be addressed and tracked.
Daryl, let's call this not a flight safety issue. This is a flight training issue, right? Because if you're going through this and you're dealing with this and you're zooming around at 450 miles an hour going along, and then you just have a UFO that comes down at 3,500 miles an hour, just comes out of nowhere, comes down within 15 feet of your plane, levels off and shoots off, there's nothing you could do. There's nothing AI could do. There's nothing your sensors could do to react to this stuff, right? Let alone a 747. Or a 737, or an MD-80.
Yeah, any of those planes. Yeah, if anybody's ever flown flight simulator in any of those planes, they'll know that it's just not as easy as just pressing go or pressing slow down.
So
whatever.
Technically, it is a flight safety issue because if you encounter this kind of stuff while you're dealing with your plane and dealing with it, if you overreact, you could put your plane and your passengers, whoever's with you on that plane or whatever you're hauling in there, at risk. I think we've got a greater risk of planes going boom from bad practices by the maintenance of the avionics crew who keeps the things up and running. Like we had that recent blow up of the, what was it? The jet, an old DC-10 or something that blew up, or an MD-80 or MD-11 that blew up from, what was it? UPS, where the engine fell off.
No, that was a bigger plane.
Right, but the reason they found it was falling off is because they're supposed to go ahead when they maintain the engine and rebuild it, right? There's a support for the engine, and then there's the engine. But what was going on is they were taking the engine along with the support with a forklift, lifting it up to the plane and bolting it on. That's not the safe thing to do. And guess what that can do? That can cause the weakening and failure of the supports that are supposed to attach the wing to the engine. And why did they do that? Specifically to save money. It's all about money, isn't it?
Just a second aside. I don't know if you've seen all the video that has come out since then on that specific incident from people driving in their cars, their cameras, the business cameras. It's like hell. It's like Armageddon when that thing comes down, and the fuel is just going everywhere.
The wings are the fuel tanks, right?
Yeah, and they were ready and loaded for like an intercontinental trip.
Oh, yeah. Little spark, all that stuff, it's going to go kablooey. And it's going to not just go kablooey, it's going to go kablooey as it's putting all this fuel on the ground and igniting everything at the same time.
Yeah,
and I feel sorry for those people in those warehouses who never had a chance.
No, just insane. It's hard to imagine, and it makes you think. It makes you think about how you can die. Forget sharks. I don't want to go this way. I don't want to go like these guys did.
Though, shark attack would be longer than dealing with that, because there it goes, it's just kablooey, you're gone, versus a shark attack, you're around, you're thrashing around the water as they rip you apart until you finally die.
Well, unless you're ready.
Tim, have you ever had Gary Nolan on here?
Tim?
Who's Tim?
Tim, have you ever had Gary Nolan on here?
There's no Tim here.
Never mind.
You mean Thomas? Tonight. No, we haven't had Gary Nolan on here. No.
Oh, sorry, Thomas. Yeah, Tom. Sorry. Fuck.
It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy the national security. We all will. No, we haven't had Gary Nolan on here, but he's a colleague of ours, and he's a great guy. He's done a lot of research.
I submitted a lot of data to him about like 3 years ago.
Did you ever hear back?
He is a cool guy.
Nice.
He's a cool guy for sure. And you should probably have him on here, man. That dude's fucking cool as shit.
Oh, he is. Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. Thanks for that insight. All right, where are we going up? Hey, we even have a solar storm here tonight, Mike. I am surprised. Don't worry about it.
I know, exactly.
We're fine. I'm just going through to see what is going on, the latest stuff with X and everything out there. I'm sure I've got some more stuff to talk about that we haven't done yet. I'm just making sure there's not anything news that's crazy out there that we have missed, and nothing. Silence. Oh, wait, did I show the Blue Origin thing yet going kaboom?
No.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
So, thought I had it ready to roll before, but we got distracted with someplace else. This was the Blue Origin launch that happened today, or they tried to happen today. I think this should be the one. Launch Complex 36. They were just doing an engine test with, like we see from SpaceX all the time. Here we go. We're going to go along. Oh, no, don't do that. Come on, just play it. Go kaboom! Whoops. Hope they had the sensors there to learn. No, remember, with this in mind, our federal government is relying on Blue Origin to go ahead and help deliver our payloads to the moon.
Well, depending on what kind of payload you're talking about, you might have had a great success right there. Otherwise, no good.
It's better to see him go kaboom now, right? Then later.
But yeah, that's the whole idea. They're bound to blow up a few rockets.
Yeah.
And people wonder why
they didn't forget the earth-shattering kaboom.
Why didn't we land on the moon this last go around? Because they haven't tried this shit on the moon yet. That's why you don't want to land on the moon immediately.
Wait till they try and land their shit on the moon and it falls over.
They act like they have some means to actually land on the moon.
Give them time. Give them time. We'll get there.
It's called a golf course, of course.
Oh, gosh, yes, absolutely. So, yes, they did go kaboom, whether we like it or not. We've got the national security thing. We just played that one. Other people are picking up on the meteor that fell, but after the meteor that fell, let's get it up here a little bit further into it, right where the meteor fell, we've got this little object that kind of pops up and launches, going in, following the same reverse trajectory of the craft that came down. So, yeah, there's something...
We're losing you, Thomas, and the mic in the back for some reason.
What?
It's like there you go. You're back.
Okay, well...
We couldn't hear what was going on there.
All right, you're not losing me, Daryl. I'm here.
All right, I'll do this better. How about this? It looks like I am perfectly fine on that one.
It's all good.
All right. Anything else we're talking about that? That's all that stuff. No. Fox News alert.
You guys, but like, how do we land on the moon and then come back? Like, how do we do that in 2026? Sounds like a really tough thing.
Well, we did it in the 70s, right? Right? So if we did it in the 70s, We can do it again now. Not that hard. Now, a lot of the people who put that science together are all dead and they passed on, but we got AI and everything else to help us figure it out. As long as they can afford it. As long as they can afford it. Like the solar storm that's about to hit.
Don't you think it'll eventually be free? Like you'll have Grok 25 billion version 25 billion and it will be free. Wouldn't it be free? Like it seems like that's a natural progression of
it is
AI.
Like a volcano exploding. How about
Why am I paying $30 a month then?
For AI here? Because you're paying too much, my friend. You're paying too much. Oh God. So I guess this is what the alien from Disclosure Day is going to look like potentially. Even they get aged. They get wrinkles between the nose and the brow. Even they don't have Botox. Have you noticed lately on Jesse Michaels, the upper part of his face is now completely frozen? He looked different. And I realized, oh, he just got freaking hit with Botox. And he's young.
Yeah. You know, young people are taking GLP-1 drugs because I knew this would happen. Everybody wants to be the thinnest they possibly can.
All right, little clip from Jeremy Corbell from last night. We played this one. It was a good one. I guess we could play that again. Let's see if I can. No, that's not. We didn't have that one live because we actually. Oh God, Ross Kohlharzer, go away, Ross. Thank you, X, for putting that shit there in front of us. Let's get back to it. A little clip that we played last night. Oh, we lost it. God damn it! Don't you love when X goes and updates itself? And it says, I want you to show you something, but we're not going to let you show something. Son of a bitch. No, hold on. Let's get back to guest over here. Interview Thomas. All right, let's see what else we've got here. All right, let me get back to my bookmarks. Yeah, it's happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully you had a good one. I woke up with a migraine today, Daryl. How about you?
You know what? I am all in favor of 4-day weeks, work weeks. It's way better. I mean, it's a bonus, but I like the lifestyle of a 4-day work week myself.
We've got a video here of an interview on Fucker Carlson when he was still on Fox News. And he's got a picture of here. Remember that time they've talked about they had that triangular ship that surfaced next to an aircraft carrier and shot way up into the air? Yeah, I would love to get David Adair on this channel. We've invited him, but he wants like $2,000 to $4,000 for his appearance. He was one of the first people, Mike, I think you tried to get on here a long time ago, but his people are all about the money, right?
Yes, that's the problem. Same thing like Michio Kaku. He wanted $10,000 for a 30-minute interview. So there was no way in hell. We're not doing that.
Grifters.
Yep. All about the money.
But we can probably get Nancy Grace, right?
Oh, God, let's do that. Let's get Nancy on here, man. That is like, oh, heck yeah. Why would, oh God, she just takes my breath away, Daryl.
I know. And I think you had a really good, smart idea. You should go to her, find her. I'll find her email address for you, and you can send her an email and say, I really think you would do well to come on my show.
Yeah.
And she's
We'd love to hear how you deal with these deep stories, talking about these people that go missing, especially McCaslin. How do you get that energy and that look?
Right. But more than likely that reverse marketing tactic will equate to you being on her show.
Yes. I'll do your show, you do mine. We'll have fun. I guess we'll have to bring Dave out here. Alice, your hand is up, my dear lady. How you feeling better today?
Hi, Thomas. Hi, everybody. I'm hanging in there. The longer I go, the better I feel about it. So
nice.
As in recovery. So I'm hoping to.
It's a 12-step process. Yes, we know.
Yeah. The clot has to break up. So the longer you go, the more chance that's what's happening. So thank you for asking. Mm-hmm. I would love Nancy Grace to be on the show. I used to watch her years ago. Is there any way you could really contact her and have her come on?
We're trying, because if we can't get Nancy Grace, we can try and get Gracie Jane from Boston Legal.
And how about Chris Cuomo? You ever think of trying to get him on?
No, I haven't.
No? Because he's real into UFOs now.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he is. Absolutely. And so is Jesse Waters.
Is he?
Yeah. He's got the look. He's into it big time. But I think he'd have to be someone along, have him on with Lou Elizondo or something, and then maybe he might jump in. But thanks for the idea, though, Alice.
Yep. You're welcome. Thank you for having me here.
So
right on.
Let's get back to Tucker Carlson. I mean, when he was on Fox News, he had Tucker Carlson, you had Hannity, and then he had Tranity, who is Laura Ingraham, who looks like a tranny. Tranity. Get the idea. So
yeah, I'm picking up on what you're putting down, Thomas.
Let's go ahead and play this clip from Tucker Carlson. This is where they talk about that giant triangular UFO that they saw that shot up quickly, and they've got a picture of it that they actually showed. This could be something, Daryl, that the government hasn't gone after them for showing that picture yet. This is a video that we could potentially get that Christopher Mellon, Lou Elizondo, other people in the disclosure area have all talked about, is something that they could show because it doesn't violate national security.
I was hoping it was going to end in that.
You got the red drink, I got the red straw. We're safe. All right, let's play this clip. Here we go from classic Tucker Carlson. All right, let's get to it.
Tom Rogan has been following all of this quite carefully for some time. He's a columnist. Happy to have him on tonight. Tom, thanks for coming on. First, tell us about this sighting in late 2019.
We're not hearing anything in the back, Thomas.
Oh, shit. Am I on the wrong browser? I am on the wrong browser. Apparently, I'm on Chrome, and I need to be on... Where's Brave? Damn it. There it is. Somehow I moved it to the other monitor. Okay, now everybody in the back can hear it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Sorry. Thank you for pointing it out.
Happy to have.
Okay, now let's restart this.
Tom Rogan has been following all of this quite carefully for some time. He's a columnist at the Washington Examiner. Happy to have him on tonight. Tom, thanks for coming on. First, tell us about this sighting in late 2019.
Yeah, good to be with you, Tucker, and thanks for covering this because not enough journalists, I think, do. The late 2019 incident essentially involved a U.S. carrier strike group, as with the incident in 2004 and 15, doing its workups on pre-deployment, preparing to go abroad and do the missions that the Navy are assigned. And the pilots are flying off the coast, off the Atlantic seaboard, and see essentially a black triangle, white sort of indicator lights on its peripheral tips coming out of the water very quickly, and then accelerating at extremely high speed at about a 90-degree angle. And one of the pilots took a photo, very good photo, I'm told, by multiple sources.
Before they show this, I want to go ahead and ask the folks, if you're having a good time, you haven't subscribed to Disclosure tonight, we've got a special tonight and tonight only. Subscribing to Disclosure tonight is absolutely free. And more importantly, if you subscribe and you don't like it, we will give you, as Mike usually says, a double your back money guarantee. If you could go ahead and consider subscribing, we'd love to have you as a regular. And with, 540 people or so watching the show right now, give or take, 551. If you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, please do. If you don't like what we're doing, give us a thumbs down. But you know what? We're looking for an honest rating from our audience because we're here for you, not just for us, because we realize if I do a daily show, we give a daily place for us all to hang out to celebrate national security, Daryl. Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And have a laugh or two. So
and have a laugh
subscribe.
And being serious about not being serious. Talking about a topic we all love.
Right. So it's a small thing to ask. You have nothing to lose, only to gain.
Exactly. And if we don't like it, Mike, what is our guarantee again?
Double your money back guarantee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
On his iPhone, and myself and Tim McMillan, who really led the charge in this investigation, have sort of tied it down. So I think the real point of note on this is that this phenomenon, whatever it is, continues to occur.
All right, so they didn't have it, and I know in my bookmarks I have a picture of the image, what they're talking about. I caught that earlier today. Let's see if I can go ahead and scroll quickly enough and looking at all the different Bogusphere stuff that's out there. Where did that go? McCasland. Oh God, we got Greer. No. Oh God, not him. Not Jim Garrison. No, please no. Getty Schwartz. God, I could have sworn I got a picture of the UFO that was like taken from the. God damn it! It was taken from the deck of the aircraft carrier, and apparently, I don't have it here. I will find that. I will bring it up. Let's continue. Can't continue with that one. Let me see to. Now, in another clip, I can go ahead and get to this one quick while I look for the full one. Getty Schwartz, who is coming to us from NBC. Interesting enough, in his coverage of what's been going on, he recalls a UFO sighting he had with his father at the Albuquerque desert. You know, Daryl, another one who should have made that left turn at Albuquerque. In the 2021 Sierra UAP instantaneous acceleration video, we see this light as it got closer. The car suddenly had stopped and just zoomed away. Let's hear this.
Wait for it. Tracking that object. It's gone. Immediately. We could slow it down just a little bit. It gets a lock here, and then it loses that lock, and then again. They're calling it instant acceleration. And when I saw it, I gotta admit, like, it made me feel very, very weird. And here is why. Bear with me here. One night, when I was around 9, 10 years old, my dad was driving me back from Boy Scouts. We were going home from Boy Scouts, and we were driving through the New Mexico desert on the outskirts of Albuquerque. And I remember my dad and I were sitting in the car, we were going down Paradise Boulevard, and then we see this light. And I thought at first it was a helicopter, but as it got closer to the car, it suddenly stopped and then just zoomed away. Instant. Very similar to that instant acceleration, but it was more like a check mark, and then it just disappeared. And my dad and I, we looked at each other. He shouted OVNI, which in Spanish is UFO, and then we rushed home, we told our family, and then that was basically it, like very anticlimactic. I have no idea if what we saw was some sort of test from Kirkland Air Force Base or Sandia National Labs, or if I was just like an impressionable kid who watched Star Wars way too many times and saw the Millennium Falcon just dart off. I don't trust a 30-year-old memory, but seeing this kind of acceleration, it is eerily similar to what I'm pretty sure I saw.
He saw these things. It sounds just interesting. He's been able to go ahead and pick up on these things. It's great to hear, Daryl, that we've got someone who is a, major media representative going out and talking about stuff like this, because sometimes, have we gotten past the point where talking about your exposure and some of the things that you've seen, your experiences that you have, that is going to be that cloak of death, that stigma that people talk about that make it that other people don't want to watch what you're trying to talk about?
Do you think it maybe make people not watch him? Is that what you're saying?
Well, before, when people would talk about their experience of different things, they would say there's a stigma attached to it. Yeah, and that stigma would potentially be damaging to people and how they see things.
Yep. Right. 100%. And nowadays, because it is more in the media, it is way more easier for me. Like when I'm at the dog park earlier, when I said I've got to get home because I've got this podcast I want to go watch, and she said, "Well, what's it about?" And I said, "It's about UFOs." She goes, "Oh, we've got to talk more about that sometime. That is a very interesting topic." And so, it's getting more mainstream to talk about it. I'm sure my dad, I'll bring it up with him and he'll have heard something because he's a mainstream news kind of guy. And so it's been in there. So, and he knows I'm interested in this topic like nobody else. So
yeah,
I'm sure we'll be talking about it. That's a good thing. That's an awesome thing. I just hope it continues, and it continues to get more and more believable to the layperson, if you will, when you look at us versus everybody else, that they can see something and go, that is frigging incredible.
It is. That's incredible. God, it almost sounds like we should have a television show call that these days.
Oh my God, yeah.
I miss Skip Stevenson and his crazy stories.
What about Nipsey Russell?
Oh God, who could forget Nipsey?
Or Geraldine. What was the guy? Flip Wilson. Yeah, we could do some.
Oh yeah, Geraldine. She was good.
We could do some shows.
Yeah, but this is all from the 70s.
I
so
know.
It goes to show you
all
how,
right.
Yeah, things go full circle.
But coming from Space Weather News, we're talking about that crazy guy that we love so much, Ben Davidson, saying there's a group of maybe 10 people on Earth who know the sun like I do. Structure, spall, sprays, plasmoids. In 15 years, I have reviewed over 1,300 anomalies on satellite and had been able to explain every one of them. First time for everything. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at a picture of the sun, and Ben Davidson, the guy who is like Mr. Suspicious Observer's been watching this stuff for years, sees something he can't explain. I wonder if we get any audio. I don't think we're getting any audio on this one. He's just looking at it, and he's recording it, zooming in, looking at this dot, the disclosure dot, folks. Let's zoom in a little bit more. What the fuck is that?
I have a very, I hope this makes sense to everybody. How the fuck is it reflecting when the sun is in front of it?
I don't know. The sun is how many million miles away, and we're getting the same color on your face.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time, but I don't know. It basically just shows, this is from the cameras that they've got from I think this is SDO or something, showing something that's going on, and he's looking at this saying, what the fuck is that? And this is the guy who looks at the sun every fucking day of the year, multiple times, has been doing recordings, but he's not just looking at that. Ben, we would love to have your speech on this. He's looking at all these little dots that are going behind it here. You're watching the mouse as he's going ahead saying these things. He's not just saying, what the fuck is that? But what about all these other things that are going behind it? What the fuck are those? It all does.
Is there more to the video?
I guess you could call it a pixel failure, but if he's been looking at the sun for every day, multiple times a day, in all the different spectrums, and he has never seen this before.
I guess that's what I'm still kind of stuck on the light thing, right? I guess it's because he's using a filter. Obviously, he's using a filter.
Well, he's not using a filter. NASA's using a filter.
Oh, this is all NASA stuff.
Oh, this is all NASA stuff.
Multispectral senses, including X-rays now. So they're seeing things with the naked eye can.
Regardless, it's a filter because you can't stare at the sun.
Right.
So obviously this, whatever this filter is, has picked up this anomaly. And how big would that thing be?
Bigger than a Kit Kat bar, but the shape of a Kit Kat bar. Maybe a Snickers. It's a king size Snickers. I mean, if you look at the size of the sun compared to that thing's got to be bigger than the Earth in length.
It can't be a space garbage thing orbiting the Earth that just happens to get caught in the frame of the picture.
No, the satellite is like looking. It's away from
the
Earth.
Satellite. This
we
is a satellite.
we have two. We used to have SDO. We used to have the East and West SDO. Now we've got one of them because one of them unfortunately died. And this one gives you a complete image of the sun that's there. So this thing is huge.
How long ago was this picture taken, and how long before the aliens get here? Yeah.
It shows they've been here for, well, they're just hanging out by the sun. Whatever's going on, who knows?
I bet you the captain of that ship got in trouble because they don't,
God damn it! You're supposed to be hidden.
You fucking idiot! I told you 80 degrees that way. Sorry, Cotton.
Yeah. Interesting stuff by the sun, by a sun observer. Yeah. That was worth talking about. Gotta say it. All right. Well, a bunch of people here tonight. Oh, God. I'm going to lose everything. Oh, there's another another view of the explosion. Thank you. Jeff Bezos. His approach to space travel. Boom. Yeah.
It happens. It's a test. Not that I like Bezos, but it happens.
That's what the alien looks like from there, but no. Oh God, Dom LaCruz is back. He got banned for Twitter for 3 months. Actually, for 30 days because he was posting other people's content.
Images, though, Thomas? Does these images bring back memories? I mean, is this accurate?
No. The table stuff and everything, my memories of seeing their face are wiped. I can see arms, I can see hands, I can see other stuff, I can see the bright light and everything, but they have wiped my memory of seeing them, and I don't want to go back.
Do you wonder why they didn't appear as your favorite animal?
No.
I mean, do you think this is even a possibility that they're changing? I mean, I guess they can, mess with your mind. Do they implant memories, I suppose, telepathically?
Yeah, they do. The way I saw this is you are seeing them as a deer, right? You're in the light, they're over you, you're seeing them as a deer, but in reality, what you're looking at is an alien, is a gray.
So the aliens that you dealt with, or the phenomena you dealt with, obviously thought you could handle the truth.
No, they blanked it out. They blanked it out.
Oh.
It only came back as flashbacks. I have intermediate flashbacks that happened over a span of years. And if you take all the flashbacks, put it from the time I'm in the house to the time I'm up there and I came back, I've got a bunch of different views of things and memories of things that were going on. But over the entire cycle of me being in the house, going out of the house, out to the front yard, up in the craft, shit up in the craft, coming down in my front yard and coming back in the house again, that's over, is what I can tell based on the changes to the landscaping. It's over like a 3 or 4 year period of time.
That's crazy.
And I was about 36, 38 when I finally saw it, and I was like, oh, fuck, it's a round trip. And that's when one of the memories came in.
That's when you started getting the memories back?
No, I had the memories coming back since I was a kid. But one of the ones when I finally realized, oh, shit, I was going through a round trip. All those different flashbacks that I had, if I would play them back sequentially by where I was in the house, in my yard, the construction of the yard, where the garden was on the north side of the house versus in the front yard, I could tell the difference in what I was going through the different things about what was going on and how it spanned a number of years. I started off from the age of about 5, just turned 5 years old, until I was 8.5 years old is when it went on, at least. If not, up to 9 years old.
And when did you start getting the memories back? That's what I'm curious about.
Probably within a short amount of time, I had at least one memory, but then I was also having a bunch of recurring nightmares that went on. Every time this went on, it was me always going, escaping, running from my house, getting out to, coming out of the house, going down the sidewalk in the back of the house, getting out towards, and it was like this grayish, not daytime, not nighttime. It always happened at nighttime. I couldn't go out run towards the street that way to get away because they were already there. And I'd turn and run back through the backyard. We had an 1.75 acre lot. It was pretty deep. Would run all the way out to the field. I would get out to the field, run down like 5 or 6 lots in the subdivision to where my grandparents' house was. The weeds at that time, it kind of was like more of a end of summer where all the growth had stopped and things had started dying off, kind of to a degree. Would get to their house, would then run back through their backyard up to the door, try and open their back door to get in, but it was locked, and I would run around then the side of the house out towards the street. They would get me. I would then get paralyzed. I get pulled back and I'd shoot up into the blackness. And then from there, I would then fall back into my bed, drenched in sweat and just wide awake and just terrified. And it happened too many times to count.
And that would happen between you were 5 and 8, right?
Yes.
And when did you said they blanked out the memories. When did the memories start coming back? At what age?
Probably around 9 or 10 years old is when the first one started flashing back, because I started talking about it. And I've always talked about it since. And as time would go on, you're doing something, you see something, whatever it is, all of a sudden I would get this flashback of this memory that would come in of shit that I went through for a short period of time, and it would just flood into you, and all of a sudden you've got this memory and you've got it back. You didn't ask for it, but something triggered it, whether it's a thought back to a period of time where you've got almost like these circular structures you have in your memory. You get access to something at that period of time. You can't jump directly to that memory and recall it, but if you think about something around that time, you can sometimes subconsciously jump to something that's adjacent to it, and the memory just floods in.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
God, I probably have a million questions.
Yeah. It's just one of the things you go through. Wait a minute. Tim Burchett is on Real America. Tim is in his favorite orange and white. The truth is, hold on a second here. Wait a minute. How do you and Tim have the same shirt and the same blanket? Tim needs to get that blanket.
That we don't know.
Gotta love Tim Burchett. Let's drink the national security, folks. Here we go. Let's enjoy.
First of all, thank you again, Dan. You've been pretty forefront on this issue since we talked about this, I guess, over a year ago. You and I did, but the truth is that we don't know the truth, and our government is not trustworthy. We finally have a president with, well, the cojones to put something out. You know, President Trump kept his word to me. I asked him about it, and he said, "What do you think it is?" And I said, "I don't know, Mr. President." I said, "But it's like layers of the onion. Just keep peeling it back." And you know what? He kept his word. He kept his word. It's one thing no president in my lifetime has done. They've all maybe since Reagan, I guess, they've all talked about it. Carter actually saw a UFO, actually. There's so many files out there that haven't been discussed. I suspect some have been destroyed. There's an arrogance and an ego about Washington, as you know. And now you're looking at agencies saying, we want to study this, and they're going to ask for more funding. I don't buy that. I say just turn loose what you have. And I want to warn people. President Trump has come forward with this, but he is fighting, I'll call it a sewer, because it is a sewer, and you can't shake the stink of it off of you once you're up there.
The stank. You know about that stink, Daryl. You can't wash it off you. It doesn't go away. You still get it days later.
No, I've never had that stink.
Mike, you know what I'm talking about? You don't have to admit it, but...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So does Tim, obviously.
Unfortunately, but Tim's a great guy. He calls it how it really is.
Yeah, he does. I'd like to hear what he thinks about the ALIEN.GOV website.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, thank you.
Yeah, it'd have
I bet you there's some news on all this tonight. I bet.
I hope so. Hope there's news besides us covering this kind of stuff.
And you're right, Mike. I do wonder what Burchett thinks about this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he calls out the billions, if not trillions, that we've spent on this stuff, right? The billions, if not trillions.
What the hell is even that, Thomas? What the hell is even that? What the hell is even that? That's what Mike just said. He goes, what the hell is even that?
What the hell is even that?
Yeah.
Right.
You'll be sorry.
That's another good one.
We're hunting aliens.
Well, one of those days, my friends. Look at that 803. Is there anything else we haven't covered yet? Oh, look, coconuts. They look like a cat. And a giant crow flopping them away. It's got to be from AI. Oh, got puppies. Got to love puppy talk to me. Anything else on this? No. Finland's challenging. Nope. Anything about investment uncertainty? The sun. We got Germany. No. Lightning. No. Not a lot of anything else going on tonight. That's following. Nick has got another video. Oh, yeah, you've got that one. I saw that one, too. Thank you for reminding me. We've got another video here coming. I believe this is one more of, this one. Yeah, this schmuck is talking some more.
White House
National Security Director of Aviation Security says that UFOs are not made by human beings. Really? Daryl, that is amazing news. I don't think we've heard that before.
No, I can train my dog to make some stuff, but probably not coming from the
Let's
dog
play this
either.
next clip before we shut this thing down. Here we go.
It's a different one.
Non-human.
It's a different one. Like it's different link, Thomas.
National Security Council Director of Aviation Security.
Not that one?
No, like I said, a second one.
That's the last one you gave me.
No, a second one.
This is the second one.
It is?
It is. Okay, let's go back to UAP James. He's got the first one we played for 51 seconds. This is the second one you just gave me that's a minute 17. And then he's got another one that's 50 seconds.
A minute 17. A minute 17.
A minute 17.
Obviously, for
describe the.
All right, so there we go. That's a different one, not 442. And it is the one you just gave me. God damn it. Let's see what's going on.
The level.
Okay. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. We'll get this straight one way or the other.
Level of technological superiority.
Yeah, so we've been seeing these obviously for decades. The idea at the age of disclosure came was that Dan Farah was able to get us to 34 senior officials to trust him and break our silence about an 80-year cover-up about UAPs and non-human intelligent life. When we're seeing these, we're seeing very bright orbs, very bright objects that are emitting some energy, but they're not showing propulsion. They're instantaneously taking off into different directions. Again, things that physics has inhibited us from being able to do as humans. We're continuing to see that type of technology proliferate. It's interesting to note that several of the astronauts in several of the earlier days where fighter pilots were reporting them during World War II, the same type of descriptions are exactly what we're seeing now in the files and the videos that are being released.
Well, then it absolutely is a national security threat, and it does seem, according to the report,
national security, friends. Twice.
Heard that.
Enjoy.
Reporting that this administration's having discussions about how to break this to the American people. And when that day comes, oh my God, that's going to be historic.
Yeah, it's going to be historic. As much as when these veterinary aides get fired for, I don't know what the fuck they're doing here, but hold on. 500. What the hell is even that? What the hell are they doing?
Are they waxing her? No, what?
Instantaneous acceleration for peanut butter. I don't know.
They're doing something in the rear area.
Maybe that's what they do to other animals to get them there, to get them submit, to get their temperature taken. I don't know, but we have a great clip for that one.
What the hell is even that?
That needs to be our regular segment that we play it every night. What the hell is even
it
that?
Looks like they're training somebody how to handle a dog that is out of control when you're trying to draw its blood, is what I'm guessing is going on there.
Oh my God. I have no idea what it is, but what the hell is even that? Absolutely.
Or they could be treating when there's swelling between the anus and the genitals.
Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals.
I got it. We're going to be playing that clip way too many times.
As somebody put in the chat, and they wonder why the aliens won't disclose themselves to us.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea. But either way, it's fun to look at. Okay, what the fuck? Hold on.
What the hell is even that?
Can you tell what he put over his head? Anybody in the audience, can you tell what he has put over his head to make a mask that looked like that? Come on, audience. I knew what it was. Actually, Luke saw it and knew immediately what it was. Peter Griffin for president. Come on, audience. You got to figure out what this is. Does nobody get this? Is nobody Cambodian out there? No one's Asian ever eaten this kind of stuff? It's not Tate skin. Nope. Yep. It's tripe. Joey Stoner got it. It's tripe. It's lung tissue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Oh, yeah. Daryl, how do you think about...
Oh, I hope you are my spirit brother and you were about to play. Oh, is this what it is? Oh, I thought you were going to play the Ferrari Loose video.
Oh, yeah. What the hell is even that new Ferrari about?
There's I should have found it for you, but there's a 15-second. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You got to turn the video on. There you go, all the way to the beginning. Turn the audio on.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to get in trouble on this. Guaranteed?
Oh, no, it's definitely not Ferrari. Don't worry about it.
Some cars don't just change your lifestyle.
Go to the beginning. Set it up. Hold on. Go back to the beginning, quick. Okay, so Ferrari has released this car. Everybody who who owns a Ferrari, who loves Ferrari, says it's the ugliest car Ferrari has ever created. Something's up. The designer came from Apple, so it's the ugliest design of a car I've ever seen. Ferrari stock dropped 6% when they unveiled this car.
Well, even Nissan has gotten into it. What did Nissan say? We're admitting it. We're flattered.
No, fuck that. Anyway, you got to play that other video, Thomas, but it's only 15 seconds, so play it all the way through and turn up the volume.
Some cars do.
Wait, I'm in Chrome again. God damn it. How did I get to Chrome? What the hell is even that on? I need to get to Brave. There we go.
Some cars don't just change your lifestyle. They change who you are.
God damn it.
I'm gay now.
Ferrari Lukes.
Oh. There's a new Ferrari logo out there apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All I can say is Apple jumped the shark by cutting Johnny Ives free and giving him to Ferrari.
Yeah. True that. That guy convinced them to build an entire plant to build that one car.
Yeah, they even gave a white version to the Pope.
That'll probably be the only version that's out there.
Yeah, probably. But you know what? This is what Ferrari stockholders are doing right now.
Selling.
There's they're selling. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What a great day. What a great opportunity to hang out with friends and talk about Disclosure. Daryl, thank you for coming out tonight. Been a fun one.
A fun time.
Oh God, yeah. Even when there's
Highlight of
not a
my
lot of
day.
stuff to talk about, we still find stuff to talk about.
I could
Even
have the
Trump.
worst fucking day ever, but I have the hope of being with my Thomas Feslerites and Thomas Fessler himself and Mike Disclosure.
Absolutely.
So I'm very happy about that.
Really quick, I want to
Because
thank
we always laugh, Darryl. That's why.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about. I want to thank some people for some super chats. Eric Woodhouse giving his first super chat, followed by Banana Bowie. Thank you very much. Rick Roberts, have a great evening. Joseph Syracusa, Gizmo gave us another super chat, and then went to Joseph again. Amazing time to be alive. Go Disclosure tonight. Akuma Akai said, thank you for your donation. Didn't say anything, just a super chat. Eric Woodhouse again, good show. Please stop kicking me out after the show. Gee, I wonder why. All right, let's always raise your hand first. Hudson Valley Ron, thank you very much, my friends. Galactic Family Podcast. Has anyone thought to take his dog out to where to look for him? Yes, maybe. Good idea. Take McCaslin's dog out to find him. Also want to thank Joseph Syracuse again. I'm having a vodka and cranberry. Here comes happy time. Well, I've had the vodka and Red Bull. So, Daryl, what have you been having tonight? You've been having the whiskey and what?
Maker's Mark and Diet Coke.
There you go. Perfect mix, everybody. Well, it's been a great time. Happy Thursday, everybody. We continue. Great audience again tonight. Can't wait to see. Please, let's give us some news for Friday Night Disclosure because we could really use it. Mike, thank you for coming out.
Oh, my pleasure. It was a fun show tonight. A lot of laughs.
Absolutely. And as we usually say, friends, at the end of every episode of Disclosure tonight, eyes open, no fear, be safe, everybody. But
go back to Party City where you belong.
Absolutely. We'll catch you tomorrow, friends. Take care now. Bye-bye.